Hey guys, it's your pal Victor here with Cult Following and Cult Classics AZ, and we're doing a movie review as my quarantine beard grows ever more crazy. We just had the 4th of July happen, so I'm rocking my NFFA Purge hat, which I got at San Diego Comic-Con a couple years ago. But speaking of, weird countries and underground government ops, today we're going to review the movie The Old Guard, which is debuting on Netflix on July 10th, starring Charlize Theron. It's an adaptation of an Image Comics comic book series, also called The Old Guard, by Greg Rucka, who's probably best known for being a writer for DC Comics. He wrote No Man's Land on Batman, the story where Gotham City is cut off from the rest of the world, which was kind of adapted in The Dark Knight Rises, and longtime writer on Wonder Woman. So he knows how to write strong female roles. He also wrote this film, and it centers heavily on a team of mercenaries led by Charlize Theron's character, Andy, who's actually named Andromache the Scythian because everyone on her team, including herself, is a millennia aged immortal. And when I say immortal, the easiest way to think about this is think of a cross between Highlander and Wolverine. Basically what happens is the first time you're killed, that's as old as you get, and moving forward you have a healing factor. And when the movie kicks off, she's contacted by the ops guy on her team, Booker, who gets them in touch with this character named Copley, who's played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, who you might know as Moreno from Marvel's Doctor Strange or from Serenity. And he had hired them in the past. He wants them to rescue some kids from the Sudan, and it turns out it's like an ambush because he's secretly working for this pharma bro guy who's played by his name is Marcus Welling. His character's name is Merrick. The actor who plays him has also played Dudley in the Harry Potter movies. He's kind of like a douchey pharma bro, but while they're laying low, trying to get away from Copley and Merrick and his like private, like Halliburton kind of mercenary cops of his own, another immortal named Nile is awakened, and basically she's like a soldier in Afghanistan. She's killed trying to save like an intelligence asset that they need, and he slits her throat, and that like triggers her immortal powers. Eventually she ends up hooking up with Charlize's character, and like to kind of like this mentor-mentee kind of relationship. And along the way, Charlize actually starts to lose her healing factor, so she may be on borrowed time, as it turns out the pharma guy wants to capture them because he's trying to develop some kind of drug and patent it so he can sell immortality to people forever. So yeah, there's this kind of like subtext about, pharmaceutical companies out for the bigger dollar. But actually, it's cool because you think of comic book movies, you think of them all as like the $100 million CGI blockbusters, and this one's kind of like a little cross, something like reminded me a little bit of the Rhythm Section or Jason Bourne, kind of like this kind of down low kind of Black Ops thing, and by way of superhero, like kind of think of the Mutant A-Team. That might be a better way of phrasing it. And on that level, it really works. The movie runs about 2 hours long. It's paced really well. Charlize Theron's really coming to her own as an action star, full on. She's doing all the John Wick, Atomic Blonde stunt kind of, gun kata stuff. So that gets you hooked in right away. The movie is totally set up to be serialized in future chapters, kind of like Bright was when Netflix got it a few years back. And they adapt the comic pretty faithfully, but for the most part, hopefully they get to do more chapters. I think it's The director had worked on Cloak and Dagger and directed Love and Basketball, so it's kind of like a lot of strong emphasis placed in this movie on, you know, strong female characters, and I like that too. And I kind of like the world building they did with the Immortals too. It is a little basic, but it's kind of like, it's just fun, you know? It's kind of like a action popcorn movie, totally the thing that Six Underground wanted to be, but totally fucked up as. Like, if you hated Six Underground, this is probably a movie you'll like instead. Yeah, I don't know. I really did not like that Ryan Reynolds movie. I might have gotten the title wrong, but I think it's Six Underground, or that might be a Sneaker Pimp song. I don't know. Either way, I would highly suggest checking out The Old Guard when it's Netflix this weekend. It's fun. It's got a really good cast, good performances. It's really grounded. Like I said, it kind of reminds me sort of like Jason Bourne meets Blade kind of thing, meets Highlander. So definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth your time. And I'm always up for supporting what Charlize Theron is doing, because she's a great producer, great actress, and she really like commands the screen whenever she's on. So if you like this review, feel free to check out more at cultfollowing.co. Feel free to hit subscribe, follow notifications, turn that on, and hit us up. We got more content all the time. So thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon. Thanks, guys. Later. Bye.